Hey there everybody, Johnny T here. Today we have a Tag Heuer professional 200 meter quartz watch, probably from I think it's from the 80s, maybe early 80s, late 80s. This is before Tag and Heuer were combined, so this is technically a pre-Tag watch. This watch is pretty nice. It has a very good tactile bezel to it, which I don't really know how to explain it. It's very smooth, but it also has a really good feedback. Screw down crown, not sign. This is kind of an olive, khaki color to it. It is a bit on the worn side, and the clasp is signed there. Got some more wear on the other side. This watch is worth somewhere around $1,000. It's very rare. There isn't too many of these around anymore. And I'm gonna take this pin out. We'll look at the case back in a second. But yeah, you can get a model number on this. Okay, so we got that out. This looks original too. That's the original pin even, which is pretty good, pretty nice. So the case back says (6133W20). So this is the model number 981.015. Acer 20 ATM Tanchi. I'm pronouncing that correctly, probably not. Basically, I just got to get this case back off. I've worked on this watch before, so this shouldn't be too hard to do. I shouldn't need any lices or anything. I'm pretty sure I've changed the battery in this watch before. Yeah, could always tell when I've done the watch. Okay, so I'm going to get my finger cots on. I do not want to mark this movement up at all. This is a very rare watch, and I want it to be as pristine as possible. So get the finger cots on. I've got where's my third finger cot? It's around here somewhere. Here it is. Get one on my thumb. Like I said, these are just to keep my fingerprints from getting on the movement. Okay, the outside of the watch doesn't matter as much because it makes contact with your wrist, right? So, okay. So what we have here is a bunch of information. Brevet 503305 MRRSA Switzerland. Heuer Leon Diaz SA, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly, stainless steel. There's a lot of information on the case back there. And then what we have here is an ESA Heuer. No idea what the model number is on that. But, oh, the battery's the wrong size. That's it. That's interesting. So this is actually one of the first watches I ever bought when I was collecting. So, I'll figure out what the model number of this is and put it in the listing, but or in the title of the video. But yeah, I've got a big old arrow right here going to that screw, so I assume it wants me to remove this screw. I'm going to put some pressure on just in case it is spring tensioned and this screwdriver is not working, so I need a different one. And I thought I had Thought I had my good screwdriver out already, but it doesn't seem like it. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, let's not lose any parts, shall we? Okay, so that was spring tensioned. I'm going to use plastic tweezers. I'm trying to get used to just using these plastic tweezers. So all I've done so far is I've just loosened the screw up on the end with the big arrow pointing towards it. Whoop, and it just flew out. Okay. So what battery is this actually wanting, is my question. So if this was the wrong size, it's going to want something wider, but as thin. Okay, so what are we looking at? Let's see, wider. Okay, so this camera is this battery is at 377. So I think the correct size might actually be a 362 is what I'm thinking. So we'll try that and see how that goes. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. It's parallel with the printed circuit board, and the watch is ticking. I think that's right. Okay, so let's get this installed again, and maybe I'll bring the camera down so we can see what I'm doing. Maybe I should use tweezers instead of my fingers. I think that's probably a good idea. So what we want to do is just put that in like so. Yes, very good. Everything's just kind of dropping into place there. Exactly what I like. I'm going to remove this camera back a bit. Some spring tension there. But it's heavy enough to where I'm not too worried about it. And down it goes. And maybe I put this one, put a little bit, no, that's fine, just kidding. Alright, yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good to me. It does seem like this battery is going to stay in place. Yeah. Yeah, the battery's not going anywhere. And that even appears to be the right size. I'm not sure why I put the wrong size battery in this. I must not have had the right size when I fixed it the first time, which is... I was working on a budget when I first got this watch, so I've probably had this watch for over 3 years now. Beautiful watch, though. How's that gasket? I bet... Yeah, I don't think this gasket's ever been replaced. And it is quite hard, actually. I don't know if I have a replacement gasket for that. I'm not going to mess with that right now. But it does seem like it's pretty hard. I'm surprised it hasn't disintegrated yet. It does still seem to take, though. Okay. So now I could get my glove off, and I could get these cots off. I probably complained about this before, but these cots are a size too small, and my fingers do not like them at all. And I need to get new ones, honestly. But I paid money for the ones that I have, and I'm too lazy to, there you go, just like that. I'm too lazy to, not too lazy, I'm too frugal to buy new ones at the moment. Okay. Let's get this back together. Whoops. I think I had this down on like the 3rd or 4th hole here, so let's put that back where it was. Okay, now I just need to push this down and in, and we are good. All right. Is that how that goes? That's weird. Yeah, that seems right to me. Alright, so let's look at this tick. Ta-da! There it goes. Beautiful. This watch was keeping excellent time before it ran out of juice, so I'm sure it's gonna keep good time again. It does have a screw down crown. Let's screw this out, and then let's try and just make sure the date is working properly here. It's very tight, so there's a really solid gasket in the crown at the moment. That makes it pretty tight. Yep, it just flipped. Okay, so we're good there. Just double check and make sure the quick change is working as well. Yep. Beautiful. This is such a beautiful watch. I'm not going to screw this back in until I actually set it, but there you go. Let's get some dimensions on this. This watch is small. So this is zeroed out, right? Yeah. So we got 33.4 case size. 40 millimeter lug to lug. Thickness is 10.7, and then the bracelet width is 16 millimeter. And that is a pre-Tag Heuer professional 200 meter dive watch. Thank you so much for watching.